saw a lot of positives, especially in the Dixie State game. How when we were down, we didn't just give up. We stayed competing and cut down their lead, and almost we had our actually had a chance to win the game late. So I was happy how we competed.
And you scored in double figures in all three of the games last week. Jace Anderson also had a big week for you guys. Being juniors on the team, just talk about the tone you guys tried to set in all three of those games.
The tone me and Jace are trying to say, this is, third year playing, our fourth year in the program. So, we got to be leaders out there, especially the freshmen, just to kind of keep them kind of, mellow, not trying to play too fast. So we just got to, stay at a good, stay positive with them when they're messing up, and so they don't, overthink everything like that. So I think we're doing a good job with that.
And talk about playing two teams from the West region, both from the Pac West. You played Dominican on Friday and Dixie State on Saturday. A team like Dixie State, it's in the regional almost every year. What kind of value do you get out of playing them and competing with them?
We get good value from playing those guys. I mean, it's good to play good competition outside of the GNAC to get us ready for conference play, because Dixie State is just going to be plays like SPU, Saddle Pacific, Western Washington, Western Oregon, who we play on Saturday. It's a good little test for us before we head into those games.
And you do have your first two GNAC games this week. You have Concordia on Thursday and then Western Oregon on Saturday. Your thoughts on the team's level of preparedness heading into your first conference games?
I think so far, I think we're going to be pretty prepared. We're going to have practice these couple of days to get ready for Concordia. They're new to the conference, so we don't really don't know much about them yet. But after doing scout and film on them, we'll be ready for them. And then Saturday against Western Oregon, that'll be a tough game. Like I said, they're like a Dixie State type of team, so it'll be a good test for us early this season.
Playing Dixie State was pretty cool. They've been to the tournament for the past years, as far back as we can remember. So that was a really competitive game. We should have beat Dominican. We had an off game. We got to play harder, and we can't have our ups and downs. It can't be a roller coaster, But we're figuring it out as a team. We're pretty young right now with some of our guys out. But I'm really excited to get those guys back and start the GNAC.
What does it say about the fight that this team has? The fact that you lost to Dixie only by 3 points, you didn't let them pull away, and you fought them all the way down to the final possession there.
When we went to the Dakotas and even against Rocky here, we kind of started to come together as a team and figure out how to stop the runs and not let teams just continue to beat us down. So it was cool to see the guys go out and stop Dixie State on the run and come back and bring it to 3 and almost beat them in the end. Jace is playing like a stud right now. Everything he does, he works hard at. Individuals, weightlifting, practice. He goes game speed at everything, and he's really starting to see the results in the way that he's playing in games, and he's really stepping up as a leader. And it's cool to be on a team with him and witness that.
And your thoughts on your first two conference tests of the season? You have Concordia, a new GNAC team, first up on Thursday, and then Western Oregon, last year's champ, on the road this week.
As a freshman, I'm really excited. Western Oregon's a really good program, and then Concordia is new. And the GNAC's a very competitive conference, so I'm really excited to see the level of play and the intensity and adversity that we're going to have to go through. And I'm really excited with the group of guys that we have to go out and do that.
Well, I thought we competed better Saturday night than we did Friday. Friday's game. I think we were all disappointed with how we played Friday coming off the road trip. It really was the tale of two runs. They ended the first half on an 18-4 run, and then there was a 10-0 run there in the middle of the second half, and they just got hot, shot the ball really well, and we didn't compete as well as I would have liked. Saturday night we did. I thought we competed really well. Guys fought hard. We had chances to win down the stretch, and didn't let that game get away from us. So it was a good learning experience for our guys. We're still trying to figure some things out here with rotations, and we got to keep remembering that we're throwing 3 freshmen out there that every night, and a couple sophomores, and so we get some young guys that are getting getting some good experience, and obviously we're making progress. That's the name of the game, and we talked a lot about making progress from our first game which against Chico State versus the last game against Dixie. We wanted to kind of measure to see where we're at. We're making progress, and now we're excited about getting ready to start the GNAC.
And last time you mentioned that Marc Matthews was Mr. Consistency for you. He kind of carried that over in the 2 games as well, continues to be a scoring threat. Talk about him leadership-wise and some of the things you like from him.
Well, Marc offensively has had a phenomenal first 6 games of the year. He's very, very consistent, and that's what you expect from a returner. That's what you expect from a 4-year guy. His shooting percentages are high. He's doing some really, really good things with the basketball in his hands. And Marc is a quiet kid, so you're never going to get a lot of vocal leadership from Marc, although he has improved his vocals and is communicating much better with his teammates. So we just need Marc to continue to play the way he has on the offensive end of the court. And we always talked about he just has to clean up a couple things defensively, and he'll be fine. He guards on the ball really well, and he just has to clean a couple things up there. And right now, looking at the way he's playing, he's playing like an all-league guy, and that's what you want from a 4th-year guy.
And then this week you start GNAC play. First, looking at Thursday, you take on Concordia. It's a new program in this conference. What are your thoughts heading into that game on the road?
Well, this is the unique kind of the first time we've ever had this taken on this lone wolf role, and I don't know if it's an advantage or disadvantage. I know that this will be the first time where, as we go into our Thursday night game, the 2 teams we play this week are actually playing tonight. And so, we'll have a rest advantage on Thursday nights, and we'll have a rest disadvantage on Saturday nights when that team is sitting all week waiting for us. So, we're looking forward to. Obviously, we get a chance to watch them play, on online, and that, I don't know how many teams do that many things different versus the video we already have, but we're playing an opponent we're not familiar with right out of the gates. It's their first year in the GNAC. And I think that every program has that excitement when you start league play. It's kind of like all the non-league games build up to that league game, and then I think everyone realizes, hey, these are league games. They're a lot more important than the games we've been playing, and so there's always that excitement. And then you're playing a team that's playing their first games in the GNAC. So we have our hands full. Obviously, Concordia is is new to the league, so we have a lot to learn with video and never been to the gym, and so there's a lot of kind of first things that we'll be doing this week.
And then on Saturday, Western Oregon on the schedule, last year's regular season champ. Your thoughts on facing them early on in the schedule? Well,
unfortunately, we know a lot about Western Oregon, and they're very, very good. Obviously, you bring back 4 starters, and they're guys that have been there forever. I mean, it feels like Avgi and Alexander. It feels like they've been there for 10 years. So they're very, very talented. New coaching staff this year, but the coach. I think that obviously I don't think that the Western will be that much different with style of play, just because they bring so many really good guys back. So they're very good. Their record says they're very good. They're 6-0. I mean, they haven't played in a lot of close games. There's a reason why they're picked so high. There's a reason why they're ranked in the top 25, and they deserve all of those things. And it's going to be their first home GNAC game as they're on the road tonight at Concordia. So, we're not spending any time even thinking about Western Oregon until Friday, but we know how good they are, and we know what kind of challenge we have ahead of us going into Saturday night.